that this could be a very unorthodox trade season, okay, with so many more deals coming in June or July rather than drag it on till the end of the month. And there's a number of different players that could be traded, so it's going to be interesting to see how that works out, okay? There you go. So we got a great show for you today, J-Man. I don't even know what time you call. Arnie Sports coming up next, so you don't want to miss that. DFS will not be on today. And then you got pitches get glitches and drop the mic and Money One with Cam. And then you got the imbeciles of Roto with George. And Andy and that guy will not be on tonight. She's still in Seattle. Lou and Ron at 9 o'clock. And then Dan will come on at 10. So got some big time stuff, okay? Yeah, the deadline chance. Stroman to the Yankees. I disagree with you, Lou. I still think that Baumgartner is going to come to the Yankees. I still think that Will Smith or Ken Giles will go to the Atlanta Braves, okay? So let's see. And I'll tell you, I gave Lou credit on the Sirius show on Sunday when Castro got the save. Yippee-ki-yo-ki-yay, I said, freaking Lou Landers, man. I know, I didn't forget that, Lou, because I didn't forget it. So Lou Landers gets the credit for Castro if he becomes the closer. One save do not make you the closer. The Diamondbacks did all their damage on Sunday in the third inning, and with 2 outs, Ketel Marte hit a solo home run, and that's his 15th home run of the year. In 64 games. Last year, he had a career best of 14, and he did it in 153 games, okay? 9 of his home runs have come from the right side of the plate in just 100 plate appearances. He had 6 home runs in 184 plate appearances from the left side. So Arizona outscored Toronto 22-4 in 3 games. Ketel Marte doing a really good job of filling up the numbers, okay? Poppycock. J-Man, what time did you call me last night? It's funny, with Andy not here, I keep the phone right next to me. And I've had 2 calls late at night. I didn't hear either one of them. I got to do something about that. Let's go around the horn now with Atlanta. Julio Teheran, first 7 starts this season, his ERA was 5.35. Anybody paying attention? The last 7, his ERA has been, I'll give you a chance, over or under .5. Over or under .5, okay? Over or under ERA, .50. What do you say, over or under, okay? Jamie called me at 10:22. I missed you by 2 hours and 22 minutes. Hey, no wonder I didn't hear you. So, he doesn't dominate. Yeah, Teheran's been pitching well. He doesn't dominate. I know Baumgartner is too obvious. I know Stroman and Aaron Sanchez are both auditioning. So, and Stroman, a Long Island kid. I don't know what that means, but Steven Matz is a Long Island kid too. He doesn't dominate with velocity. Doesn't even have overpowering stuff. In fact, he can be as inefficient as any pitcher in baseball. He nibbles. He throws too many pitches. He doesn't go deep enough into the game. 5 innings, and that's it. But Julio Teheran has become a pretty useful pitcher. So if he's available, or if you want to, and he's tough. Even if you're going after him in a trade, you might just be afraid to get him, you know. Cincinnati entered Sunday's game with 11 runs in 6 games this month. The only team in Major League Baseball with fewer than 17 runs in June. And who would have thunk it? We thought they were coming out of their funk. Yasiel Puig is still buried in quicksand, but Scooter de Gannett looks like he's getting ready to come back a week, 2 weeks, something like that. They slid 7 games under 500 for the first time since May 8th. I'll tell you something. The bullpen has allowed 1 hit in 3 1/3 innings. Raisel Iglesias got a 4-out save. And I'll bet you, if this team continues to falter, Raisel Iglesias is going to be traded. And I'll tell you why. Remember, Yeah, that's what I said. One of the best pitchers in baseball. His ERA, by the way, since nobody's guessing over under, um, his ERA in his last 7 games is 0.7. 0.07. I mean 0.70. Okay? That's Julio Teheran. I wouldn't be surprised. Remember, at the beginning of the year, Iglesias did not want to pitch in the role that they had for him as the effector. That kind of stuff happens. That doesn't sit well with the team. Okay, not that that would have made a difference in, but who would have thought Cincinnati's offense would be in the tank? Edwin Encarnacion, former Cincinnati Red, joined the 400 club on Sunday. Hit 399, hit 2 home runs against the Angels, and it was his 20th home run of the year. I'll tell you something. It wouldn't be surprising. I mean, we know that Edwin Encarnacion is going to be traded, and the Astros were the number one candidate. But if this kid Giordano does well, who knows? And remember, Encarnacion hit his first 71 career home runs for Cincinnati, made his big league debut for the Reds in 2005, and he was only age 22. He played, and then he was traded for Josh Renicky and Zach Seward to Toronto for Scott Rowland back in 2009. Now, Noah Syndergaard, been up and down and battered around, and so much was expected of Syndergaard, but I'll tell you why Noah Syndergaard is still very risky. And I know I made the suggestion that you trade him because of the film and the pictures showing him doctoring the ball. But he's been in a mini slump, okay, until yesterday. And here's what he says. This is what happens. Now, this is good. This will tell you all about Syndergaard. He just trusted his four-seam fastball yesterday. It's encouraging. But when Syndergaard is at his best, he is really confounding hitters with a four-seam, high 90s fastball and a devastating slider that travels in the low 90s and has got unbelievable bite. He has an effective curve and occasional changeup. But his problem is, and here it comes, his out pitch is a slider, and he doesn't have it anymore. It's really abandoned Noah Syndergaard. Clocked in the high 80s with less vertical movement, it suddenly became very hittable, and he's using it less each time out. Syndergaard is throwing his slider about 21% of the time this year. Oh, he had been throwing it 21%. This year, it's down to almost 12%. Okay? So, he uses his changeup a lot more now. But it's not as good. That slider was his out pitch. He doesn't have it. So, still, right now, coming off that win, market Noah Syndergaard. Okay? Market him. Always market him. And remember, when you're marketing Noah Syndergaard or any other player with a name, if you don't put it on your league message board and let everybody know, it's collusion. I had talked to Cha-Cha 3 times a week. Cha-Cha, I'm thinking of putting Syndergaard on the block. And Cha-Cha, I'll take Syndergaard. All right, what do you give him for me? I'll give you Heine Manouche. Okay, I'll take it. I'm not offering it to anybody else. That's collusion. That's collusion. I mean, our intent was not to collude, but that's collusion. And Todd Frazier is really playing well, making big plays, hard play, making it look easy. Frazier's hitting .346 in his last 23 games, going back to May 16th. Okay? And remember, he was all set to be cut. And Jed Lowry saved the day by suffering a setback in rehab and straining his hamstring, and Frazier has really started to produce, so don't overlook it. Good morning to Arnie Brooks. Another good day coming up. Greg is here. Cam Dirty Eck is here. Good morning, kid. DK Lush, got Dunkioki, Easy Kill, George, don't forget 6:30 tonight for George. Jimmy Ross, J-Man, Leonard Donaldson, Lulu, Meckert, Real Double A, who's, how'd you like that concert last night there, Double A? Timothy, my hooker, White Sox Al Zelmo, and of course, the great Unholy Toledo. Now, Sergio Romo imploded the other day. Oh, man. Gave up 4 runs in the ninth inning. I hate when he's my only closer, and I hate when that happens, okay? And here's the thing about Pablo Lopez. Since he gave up 10 runs against the Mets back on May 10th, Pablo Lopez has gone at least 6 innings, and he has held the opponents to 1 run or less over 4 of his last 5 starts. And he's got a 1.88 ERA. 27 strikeouts, 6 walks over almost 29 innings. So don't overlook Pablo Lopez if you're looking for that pitcher. You got that? It's pretty important. Over in Pittsburgh, are you kidding me? I had a poll up on the board on Sunday, and the winner of the poll was Josh Bell. But the poll was for this. What player do you think is going to regress the most? Hyun-Jin Ryu, Louis Giolito, Josh Bell, and it was Josh Bell. I thought it would be Hyun-Jin Ryu for sure because of his injury history. And at the current pace, he's looking to finish the year with 147 RBIs, 118 runs, 115 extra base hits. I would say, but after he left Miller Park, he was 0 for 9 with 2 walks. Now, I know he could turn it around in a second, but I say put Josh Bell up on the message board and see what you can get. This is part of the cha-cha thinking, okay? Yeah, Trevor Richards has been great, okay? Unbelievable great, Trevor. Johnny G! There he is from the great state of Portland. Spoke to Johnny last night, gave me a call. We're going to make millions together, right? Right, Johnny G? There you go. I love you guys. I mean, last night I got a call from Johnny G, and Johnny, that's a good name. I like that. And fortunately, I was up. Then I got a call from J-Man. Okay? I'll tell you something. You got my number. Call me. I don't care what the hell time. Call me, but not after 8 o'clock, all right? Love to hear from anybody who wants to shoot the breeze. I'll say breeze. There's another word I could use. I'll say breeze. Travis Shaw wasn't in the lineup Sunday with a lefty, Brault starting for the Pirates. But in the last 4 games he started, he was hitting .250, drew 4 walks, and Craig Counsell says, this is brilliant. I think he's seeing the ball better. Oh, my God. So, look, what are you going to do? They throw Travis Shaw. The way to pitch him is you throw him high, and then you throw him low. High and low. That they challenge him with hard stuff. Up, then hard stuff down. Hard stuff up, then soft stuff down. That's how they go, north-south with this guy. He can't hit it. Mitch Keller painting the Pirates into the corner. He's the top prospect. He's one of the best in baseball. 13 strikeouts, 5 scoreless innings Friday night in the land of unholy Toledo called the Toledo Mudhens. All right, so look, they could start him on Wednesday, but they say no. They say no. Rookie Davis, I think he went on the DL. Kingham, he's done. But still, Keller is an option to start on Wednesday. And we'll see what happens with that. Musgrove scheduled to pitch Monday. Chris Archer on Tuesday. Jordan Lyles got banged up, 93 pitches, I believe, on Saturday. He's scheduled to go Thursday. And I'll tell you what, I forget. Could somebody help me? Who did they trade? Who did they get when they traded Garrett Cole to the Astros? I wanted to look that up and I forgot. I mean, they lose Garrett Cole and they lose Tyler Glasnow. Give me a break. Now, here's something. After, he was assigned to the bullpen, but Michael Wacha is going to return to the rotation Monday. He pitched, 2 1/3 innings, 3 homers. I'll tell you. We'll see what happens. Ponce de Leon, a lot of people picked him up thinking he was a candidate to start Monday, but it looks like he's going to slide into Walker's role. He's versatile. He has proven effective in